Hi guys, hope you're having a good day. So, as you know, some of the people who watch my channel, some of my subscribers, probably know that I do quite a few videos on Ponzi schemes and stuff like that. I like doing these videos because I want to try and save your money. I know how, if you lose, say, £1,000 or $1,000, whatever denomination, that is a lot of money. I know a lot of these YouTubers who promote these things saying, oh, never invest, what you can't afford to lose, things like that. But so many people think, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to put half my money into this project or whatever. There's so many people who like that. People who lose all their life savings in stable fund and all of that. They go on the belief that somebody else has told them, look, you got to go in this. It's paying out 1%, 2% a day. Come in with this. It's been brilliant. It's been paying out for 3 months now. All right. And then they get the family members involved. And then what happens is it all goes to shit. And then the family members start fighting with each other, don't trust each other, and say, you got me into this, you lost me on my money, blah, 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 etc., etc. So what I'm kind of coming at today is whose fault is all of this? And I'm squarely putting the blame at these YouTubers' door. So people like this guy here, Murdoch DeFi, the Fud Farm, Jonathan Salas. All right. So Jonathan Salas, I'm just going to play a couple of things in a bit from their videos. So they kind of came out early in the morning. So they woke up at like 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning after being alerted that a couple of projects had gone down. So the project that the centralized money, I think it was called centralized money. Yeah, I've forgotten his name now. He did an AMA. So this Jonathan Sellers, back at the Fud Farm, he did an AMA with this guy James on it, and after 24 hours, it got $2 million, and then within 24 hours, this guy James rugged and basically pissed off with everyone's money. Okay, everyone lost the money. And so obviously he got a bit upset by this and he said, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. How am I supposed to do this? I asked him all difficult questions. So let's just have a look at the kind of questions and where he came, what angle he came at it from.
So what would I do differently? Would you emphasize the risk more? I did. Would you push toward transparency? Yes. Did I straight up ask him multiple times, are you going to rug us? You going to rug? So, you're going to KYC, right? Yep. If we hit this certain mile marker, we're going to KYC. Okay, great.
So you see what he's saying? He's saying he's asking difficult questions. Like, if you asked a murderer or someone, did you murder this person? Most of them say, no, I didn't do that. Or if you ask a robber, did you rob from that post office or that bank? Did you rob that bank? You know what they're going to say most of the time? They're going to say, no, I didn't do it. It must have been someone else. They're not going to come out and say, yeah, are you going to rug us? Yeah, of course I'm going to rug you. As if he's going to say yes. I mean, it's just ridiculous. These guys come out saying, oh, I'm asking really tough questions. Come on. I've heard him actually say it before. He once asked somebody, he said, are you going to rug us? And they said, no. And then he says, there you go, guys. You heard it here first. They're not going to rug us. Everything's safe. I don't know if he's saying it in slight jest or what, but it almost come across as, they're so naive, these people. And the trouble is, this guy's got, can't really see him, 16,000, nearly 16,000 subscribers. Now, I'm a subscriber. I only follow him just to see what shit he comes up with and what other projects he's pushing. So that's the only reason I follow it. And I'm sure a lot of people do the same thing. But there'll be a lot of genuine people who follow everything he does and following every single every single project that he goes into, they'll put money into. All right, my battery's running low. Oh, let's just connect up first before it disconnects. This is how professional I am, guys. Yeah, still not got my office sorted out yet, so I'm sat with my laptop on my knees. Anyhow, so that's the Fud Farm. That's his hard-hitting questions, which got to the bottom of things, which found out absolutely nothing, obviously. And this is another guy called Murdoch. Murdoch DeFi. He's even got even more subscribers. He's got 20,000 subscribers. All right. So let's listen to what he comes up with. So again, he's just woke up, found out the news that Circulate Money. So he did an AMA after the Fud Farm. And what he said is he put in $5,000 in first, because the whole point about the Circulate Money thing was it was a cap at $2 million. And so what this does is creates a situation. Oh, you've got to hurry up or you won't get the offer. All right. It's a typical scam scenario where you don't put your money in, you're not going to get it. All right. You don't buy this now, you won't get it. You'll lose out. Okay. So it creates this FOMO. And so he put in 5,000. And then later on, what he said is he then did an AMA and he got paid $1,500 for that. And then I think I don't know if he put that in as well. Okay. But he's obviously down on the deal if he's put 5,000 and only got 1,500 back. So he's down at least 3,500 on it. So I'm sure he's not too happy about things as well. But the point is, again, he's a YouTuber with 20,000 subscribers. A lot of people are going to follow him into whatever he does, whatever he promotes. So you might say, so these guys might say, listen, guys, these are degenerate plays, high risk, high reward, but you could lose all your money. Okay, so when they say that, a lot of people aren't going to listen to it. They're just going to see that you put $5,000 into this, or you put $2,000 in of your own money. You know, words, actions speak louder than words, kind of thing. So let's have a listen to this anyway.
Channel to do an AMA. I tried to grill him the best that I could. We did touch on a bunch of different things. If you happen to catch that video, we touched on KYC and what that looked like. He said that once the TVL hit $1.5 million, he was going to have to do a KYC. And
so there you go. Once the TVL hit $1.5 million. So in other words, when $1.5 million has been put into the system, into the project, then he'll show his face and do the KYC. Well, clearly, it's too late then. It's too bloody late. I mean, come on. How stupid are you? How freaking stupid are you? How stupid have you got to be? I mean, let's look at this another way, all right? I mean, clearly, you should have to do the KYC before anybody trusts you with 1 cent of your money, right? That should be the norm, all right? It's not difficult. Ah, bloody hell. It just amazes me. And there are so many of you. I mean, I'm only picking up on these two YouTubers because they did this Circulate Money. Both of those did the AMA and this rug so quickly, and they took $2 million. So it's kind of quite a big one in the DeFi space. But there are lots of other YouTubers afterwards who did videos of their own, effectively promoting it. You know, they were going to put in $1,000 of their money. So as soon as all these other YouTubers jump on the bandwagon and start putting in 1,000, then all their subscribers think, this must be good. They say 2 MAs, all these YouTubers putting the money in. We trust you. Okay. You shouldn't trust these guys. They're idiots. All right. They're complete idiots. For putting the money in and trusting them just because they asked the question and the guy said, yeah, don't worry, we're cool, we're safe, you can trust us. Let's look at another analogy of this. Let's have a look at another analogy. Let's say you got $2 million, all right? And let's say I get 100 people, but I don't know who those 100 people are. And I put $2 million in a box on in the street. And I say to these 100 people, right, but I say it kind of anonymously that I don't see them. I don't know who they are. Let's say they've got this information that there's $2 million sat on a park bench or wherever. And if they want, they can take it anonymously. All right. You got to ask yourself, how many of those 100 people would take the $2 million? All right. That's all you got to ask yourself. would you trust your $2 million on a park bench? Now, I'm pretty certain a lot of people, of those 100 people that come along, they might look at the $2 million and think, all right, I'm not taking it. You know, I wouldn't be comfortable about taking $2 million. But I can bet you my last bottom dollar that there'll be one person at least who wouldn't even blink an eye, and they would just, boop, right, I'm having this, I'm off. Okay. And that's what effectively this guy's done. You've got no way of tracking him. You've no idea who he is. He said his name is James, but it could be Mohammed, could be anything. Sorry, I shouldn't have picked that kind of name. It could be anything. All right. Could be any name. Okay. He could be from any country in the world. You've no real idea. He said he was from Canada. He said he was called from James, but you've no idea. He could have been using a voice changer or anything. All right. You just don't know. I mean, he could have just been typing it in and computer just saying what the answer is in a voice. You know, we've seen all these AI bots and stuff like that. Anything's possible these days, almost, it seems, except earning 1% or 2% a day. Had to get that in there. So you really have to be careful, and you need to stop listening to these YouTubers. You need to start doing your own research. So I do put the blame squarely at these guys, these YouTubers, because they're bringing it to the surface. They're bringing these projects to your door. All right. Yes, you're pressing the button and you are responsible for your own money and you are responsible to do your own research. But your research can only go so far. All right. So you've got to be really careful about what projects you're putting your money into. And what I would say is more than 99% of these projects are scams, Ponzi's, pyramid schemes, MLM schemes, whatever. There are some scheme or other to get your money off you, and they're not going to pay you out. All right. So that's what I would definitely say. Just as another thing, things like Prosperity Gem Ventures, PGV, I think it's called. You know, they're another similar kind of scheme that I think's probably a Ponzi scheme. You know, they don't have any trading licenses or anything like that on their site. You know, if you go to a proper trading site, so this is plus 500, okay, advertised from the guy from 24, yeah, on adverts and stuff like that. So if you look at modern slavery state, bloody hell. Right, so if you look at the very bottom of these trading firms, all right, so always go to the home page and go straight to the bottom. You'll find all these licenses. See, look here, plus 500 UK limited. So they've got a limited company in the UK, authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. So the FCA, that's our kind of SEC. Okay, so people in America, you might not realize it, or we have think called the Financial Conduct Authority. Okay, FCA, which is similar to your SEC. Okay, and you have various numbers. Okay, so cryptocurrency CFDs are not available to retail clients. So different rules in there. We don't do CFDs and stuff like that. Okay, got the office address, but you see, you've got a license number there from the FCA. Plus 500 CY Limited is authorized and regulated by the Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission. So they have that. They have a Cyprus SEC, I guess. License number. You see, they've got a license number and they display it boldly on their homepage. It's probably something that they have to actually do by law, put it on the homepage. If you're trading millions of dollars of people's money, so in other words, if you're giving plus 500 your money, they have to have a license number. Plus 500 PTY Limited holds AFC. So another license number, okay? More license numbers. South Africa, New Zealand, okay? Seychelles, license number, all right? So when these companies offer 1 or 2%, they need a license number. Don't just say, oh, it's DeFi. It doesn't matter. You don't need it in DeFi. You're still going to need a license if you're going to be trading, right? So you need a license to prove that you're trading properly. That's why companies like Stable Fund They never had a license from the SEC or the FCA. All right. They never had license numbers. If they haven't got it, right, that's the first thing you should look at. If they haven't got it at the bottom of their webpage, forget it. The scammers. It's not legit. Don't go with them, right? Forget about the 1%, 2% they're offering. Have they got a trading license? You know, companies like I recently did a look at a company called Daisy, all right, which uses another firm. Anyway, go check that video, because I had an email conversation with somebody and they don't have a license. And this company pretends to trade millions of dollars of companies' money. But clearly it doesn't, because they don't have a license number. They couldn't give me a license number. It should be transparent on the website, and it isn't. They don't have it. The scammers, all right? So be careful out there. Things need to change. You have to, these are simple red flags that you need to look for. Look for, do they have a license? So if they're trading, they need a license number. In whatever country they're trading in, they need a license for every single country that they're trading in. Are they offering high percentages? If they're offering high percentages, how are they getting that? All right. Now, have they got proof of it? Now, a lot of videos have come out saying it's showing proof, but that's a one-off. Anyone can make 1 or 2% or even 10%. You know, crypto, let me think, what went up yesterday? Solana went up from has gone up from like $9 per Solana to about 17 Solana in about a week. So that's gone up 100% in a week. So things can go up. You can make money. But what I'm saying is you cannot consistently make 1% or 2% all the time. Show records of that. And by the way, not paper trading. A lot of these have been saying things, well, we've had a bot, it's been trading for 2 years. But actually, when you dig into it, dig a little deeper, you find out they've been paper trading for 2 years. That's a huge difference from actual trading. Paper trading, you know, you can just do loads of different mathematical formulas for paper trading for a whole 2 years, and you'll come up with the best figure eventually. All right, but that's paper trade. It's not real trades. When your trades actually go onto into the market, they're going to impact. If you've done a paper trade, nothing's impacting. You know, you're not doing actual any trades that are going to change things. Yeah, if you buy something, you're going to take that commodity off the market because you bought it. That impacts that changes the mathematics. It changes the dynamics of the whole thing. Paper trading does nothing. Okay, so you've got to think about it. So red flags. Are they offering high percentages? Do they have a license number? Are they offering consistent numbers? If they're offering like 1% every single day or 2% every day, it's probably not sustainable. Look if they're changing. You know, sometimes they have losing days, losing trading days, or winning trading days. You know, how many losing trading days do they have? You know, most traders will lose in a day, but it's a case of winning more often than losing. All right. So are they KYC'd? All right, that's the other obvious thing. Why aren't they showing the face? If they've got a bot that purports to make 1 or 2% a day, and it definitely does, then I'd put my face on it. I'd put my stamp of approval on it. I'd come out into the open. I wouldn't be shy about it. I'd be singing it from every rooftop, saying, "Listen, I've got this bot, guys, and it'll always make 2%, and I'm happy to give it to you if you give me some money for it." I mean, it'd be a license to print money if you could do that. So clearly these things aren't real. All right, they're all scams. You know, make sure, get the face on there. Okay, show the face. If they're not showing the face, forget about it. Don't invest in it. Right, so I've talked enough. No doubt after the video, some of you will still say I'm talking crap, I'm talking bud, and you'll think, oh, PGV has been working for me. I'm going to put my money into it. I don't care what you say. You know, eventually it'll crash though, and you'll lose your money.